Alrighty, well, here we go. What I promised several videos back. I noticed yesterday that I was over 100 subscribers, and I had told y'all that when I had got to 100 subscribers that I would let you in on a little part of my life that very few of you know. So today is Thursday, November the 9th. It's the 9th of November. So anyways, I'll just tell you about who I am. My name's Blake. I run a small cow-calf pair operation. Hoping to change that one of these days. I like to be in the several hundreds. Let's see. I have 4 kids. I have one on the way. They'll be here New Year's Day. I am a 6th generation farmer. My kids will be the 7th. And I am 29 years of age, and I will be turning 30 March the 11th. And let's see, what's anything else? I guess it's about it for now, but some information that most of y'all don't know about me is I am legally blind, visually impaired. I was diagnosed in 2000 or 2001, I forget which. I was diagnosed with Stargardt's. It is a form of macular degeneration. It's they also call it juvenile macular degeneration, and what it does, it's a excuse me. It is a genetic flaw. There's the genes like your X and Y chromosomes. There's a flaw in it, and what Stargardt's does, a stupid Christmas tree just went out, part of it. Anyway, but anyways, that's annoying. Shoot, off topic. Sorry. What it does is that disease attacks the rods and cones of your eyes, and what it does, it impairs the central vision, your what most people know as is your 20/20 vision. It affects that more rapidly, more aggressively than your peripheral. So I've been diagnosed with that now for 18, 19 years roughly, and I don't know what 20/20 vision is. I don't ever recall seeing it, and they say that I've had it since I was a little kid. And the majority of people that are diagnosed with Stargardt's are 18 years of age or older. So I consider myself one of the lucky ones, because what I see now is normal to me. I don't know what 20/20 vision is. So what I see through my eyes, you could say is 20/20. I don't see 20/20, but to me, this is what normal vision is. And you know, sometimes it's difficult to talk about because people don't understand, and sometimes they think you're an idiot. I worked at a feed store a few years ago, and there was a lady that would come in. Every time she'd come in to buy feed, she'd be like, "Have you got your glasses yet?" I'd be like, "Ma'am, if glasses would work, I would have them." And but you know, very few people are like that. Right now, there is no cure for Stargardt's. I was actually online earlier today, and I just happened to come across they're doing some kind of electrotherapy, acupuncture somewhere in Turkey, that they show there was some positive results, and I don't know. I'm not sure what to believe on that, because I would think if there is some kind of cure or something to improve it, wouldn't we have it here in America? I mean, Could be wrong, but I would think there would be. So, but you know, right now studies are into gene therapy, stem cell research, stuff like that, trying to figure out why it flaws, why it does that. Um, to explain a little more detail, what causes the loss of vision, your central vision, is they described it as like a fatty buildup on your retina, because that's where your cones and rods are, that lets light come in, and it causes a electric pulse or whatever it is that goes to your brain. So when you look at a Christmas tree, your cones and rods see that as light, and it goes back in, and it triggers a thing in your brain that says, hey, that's a Christmas tree, or that's a light, or that's whatever you may be looking at, or anything you're looking at. And what it does, it builds up in there because there is a gene like ABC4D, I think it's what it is, that is supposed to clear that away. But when you have Stargardt's, as I do, you don't have that gene, and it just lets build up on your cones and rods. Well, not your cones and rods, I guess on your retina. And eventually, when it builds up so much, it will actually kill a cone or a rod, whichever it builds up the most on. So in most cases, it does not lead to total blindness. In some cases, there are people like with 20/2000, which is very, very poor. But in my case, with corrective lenses, my vision is 20/80 to 2100, depending on what doctor you go to. Stupid fly. And without corrective lenses, my vision is 2400. And I have contacts in because I see better with contacts than I do with glasses, due to the fact that the corrective lens is closer to your eye. So anyways, it's to explain what I see in comparison to those of you that have 20/20 vision. It was explained to me from an old doctor of mine that what I see at 20 feet, you can see at 120 feet. So you see between 5 to 6 times better than I do of those that have 20/20 vision. It is difficult sometimes, and I know you've seen in videos that I've been driving, and I'm going to get that here in just a minute. My peripheral vision is almost normal. I do field vision exams every year, that you stare into a little light into a big camera looking thing, and you click a little button when you see a light in your peripheral. And my peripheral is pretty well on par with somebody that has normal vision. But your peripheral cannot focus on something to get the true clarity as your 20/20 central sight is. And I do drive. I do carry a valid driver's license. I had to go through a extensive class for it, and it took me 6 weeks to complete the class, because that's about how long it takes to do. I've never had an accident, and more lights went out on the tree. By the end of this video, there won't be no more lights. But anyways, I do carry a driver's license, and it took a little while. From the beginning to the end of the process, it was about, let's see, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was 4 years to complete from beginning to end, to be examined, to get qualified for a class, to go take the class, a pre-class to see if you're able to do it, then get in a waiting list thing to go take the class. That takes 6 weeks. But anyways, studies have showed that you may not, nobody really nobody realizes that they use the peripheral as much as they do. But studies have shown that when you are driving, 93% of the time you are using your peripheral. You're out here, your field vision. You may not think so, but what it does is when you're driving down the road and you're just off in La La Land or whatever you're doing, your peripheral is picking up the stuff that may catch your eye, which, you know, like a red light, your peripheral will see it and your brain's telling you, hey, what is this? There is something. So your brain automatically goes to your central vision to look at, oh, that's a red light, or that's a human being, or that's a mailbox, or a rock in the road, or whatever you may be looking at. So that's why I'm able to drive, because the majority of the time you're using your peripheral. But anyways, on to the next. See, if there's any questions, something is unclear, please leave a comment below, and I will do my best to answer it. There's a lot of information on star guards. But anyways, let's yeah, let's see. I'll show you the next part. We'll move on to the glasses that you should be able to have seen in the bottom. Okay. This is my arsenal. We'll start with these. These are reading glasses. As you can see, they're very, very thick, and they have a very close focal point. I like them for the most part for small print. I use these, and I am going to show you what I look like in them with them on to give you a good laugh. And by the way, I do have very thick skin, so I will not be offended by any off-the-wall comments, just for the record. Phew. So as you can see, this is what I look like with my reading glasses. As you can tell, I can't see nothing out of them because they have a focal point of about right there. If you can see that, that's where right there is the best point, and I hope you can see that. And as you can see here, see how they widen right here? That is to keep, because with the close focal point, you will go cross-eyed. And what that does right there is allow you to not be cross-eyed. Alrighty, let's start with these. This was the first pair I ever owned. I got these in 2003. They never served me very well because they were too much like just regular glasses, and they'd get out of focus, and I'd all the time have to readjust them. As you can see, I can see you. These were okay to learn how to use them, and the bioptics. These are called bioptic glasses. This is a 2-power, just like binoculars. This brings everything 2 times closer. Okay, let's see. This was the next pair I ever got. These was what made it possible for me to drive. These are a 3x, a wide angle lens that we can see far apart, wide, kind of like a letterbox movie. These, I really like them. They have a big metal frame. They're very rigid. They don't go out of focus. The only flaw that was in them is, let's see if we can see this. So you can see right there where it bevels out. That is exposed lens. And what that causes is a big time glare. See, there we go. A big time glare on the top of them, just like if you put on glasses that are not polarized or anything. You got that film. That's what they got. But these I used to drive with. I know you have never seen me with them, I don't use them like in the back roads here where I live because everything's so curvy. These are just not really useful. These came from Dr. Armstrong, and at the end of the video I will talk about him. The next pair I got was these, and that little optic there is a 4X, brings things 4 times closer, and I'll have to say these was very useless. You know, they just, to me, they're not safe. They may be more aesthetically pleasing, but I don't think they're safe, because if you're driving down the road and you want to look through this, it's really tough to get your brain to look through this and look. I mean, you're looking at two different things, really. You know, or if you're looking at one thing, you know, one side of your face is going to be 4 times closer. So I did not like these. I have never used them. I've tried to use them, and I just did not feel comfortable or safe. And on to these bad boys. These are the latest ones that I have gotten. These are a 4X, brings things 4 times closer. They are, let's see, these are adjustable. I kind of regret getting these because they're really heavy and they're really big. They had some others that was really small, but these was the only ones that you could adjust. And I like these because I can look in a mirror and adjust them. That, you know, I can look at the corner of my gooseneck trailer and it looks like it's, you know, 3 feet away. So I get really good depth perception with these versus the other ones that are a set fixed distance. You know, I can adjust these up to where I can see, let's see, yeah, I can see, you know, within 6 feet of me. You know, the other ones I got to be 10 feet or further. That's the only thing I don't like about them. They're really heavy and they're really big. Okay, and these are just filters for light. It's, you know, to help with, they're just sunglasses more or less. They don't help me any. I thought they did, but when I really used them, they did not. So, let me set you back over here. Alright, I know this video is getting long. We're just a little over 18 minutes. And I know it's tough to listen to me rattle for 18-20 minutes on something that's not farm related or whatever. But anyways, these are the 2 that I used to drive with. And these, I used to use these to run a loader, but they stayed out of focus and out of adjustment so bad I just more or less quit using them. But anyways, what made it possible for me to be able to drive was from a man that has a doctor's office in Roanoke, Virginia. His name is Dr. David L. Armstrong. You can find him on YouTube. Just type in his name. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be driving right now. I come across him in like 2004, 2005. There was a little article in the Daily Telegraph, and I just went and visited with him, and he set me up and set me on the right track, and here I am several years later, and I'm able to more or less do what I want, you know. So that's me. That's the part that I was going to let y'all in on. So now you know. And if there's anything I'd like to know, any more questions, or you know somebody that has Start Arts, I'll be happy to help them out. If if you know somebody, I'll give you my information so they can contact me or whatever it is, Facebook, Instagram, here, whatever. I'll give you my email address, whatever you need. So anyways, on to the next topic. I think I covered everything on this with my disease and Stargardt's. And oh, and it is passed down every 5th generation, from my understanding of what doctors have told me, every 5th generation. So my kids, it would be my, 4th great grandchild could potentially have it. So, but anyways, on to my subscribers. I just want to say thank you. I'm I'm really tickled that I have like 103, 104 people that have subscribed to my channel, and that, you know, there's people that watch my videos every day. I plan on being here for a long time, as long as I possibly can, as long as they'll let me. You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy making videos for y'all to watch me goof up, fall into something, whatever it may be. I enjoy doing this for you guys. And also, I tell you what really made me start my channel was I come across a old folder that had a date on it from like 1924 or 1934, whatever. It was a really old folder, just a accordion style, folds out like that. And it had old receipts from like 1912, 1910, 1908 of my family taking animals to the market and how much they brought by the pound. I mean, it was crazy of the prices that it was. I mean, you know, it was like, I think we looked at one, the like calves was selling for 2 cents a pound or something. I mean, it was crazy what it, you know, what they had brought. And, you know, and that's the reason that I wanted to start. That's what made me start my channel was, you know, as long as there's an internet, YouTube should be around. And my great grandchildren can go back and look at what Pawpaw did. You know, they'd be like, man, look at that 2001 6410 he had. That thing is ancient. That thing, you know, is in a junk pile somewhere. You know, just being able to go back and look at what our ancestors have done. And I wish there was internet for them to do that, because I'd love to see them old timers, you know, just how they did things, you know, hauling, you know, timber out on log sleds, you know, pulled by horses and stuff like that, and just kind of everything that went along with it, you know, just being able to see how they did it and what they did. And that was one of the main reasons I started my YouTube channel, was for me to be able to go back when I'm 70, 80 years old to look at, like, you know, that was me there when I was 30 years old. You know, this is what I did. And, you know, my great-grandchildren, like, is that what you did, Pawpaw? Yep, that was me. And who knows what it's going to be like in 50 years, or what tractors are going to be, or anything like that. So I just, I'm really appreciative for all y'all subscribing and leaving good comments, all that stuff, and just, I really appreciate it, and I give you 2 thumbs up. So anyways, I'm sure this video was long enough, and continue to continue to subscribe, comment if you'd like, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, whatever you want to do. And let's next stop 1,000, next stop 10,000, and the stop after that 100,000, the stop after that 1,000,000. So sky's the limit on my channel. So anyways, thanks for watching. comment if you'd like, subscribe if you haven't, and the little bell button or whatever it is, hit that. That way you can get my video as soon as I upload it. So thanks for watching, and tune in till next time.